Hi everyone, in today's video I will talk about key management services in Windows Server. So as I said, in this video I will talk about key management services in Windows Server. I will read you because I am on the Microsoft documentation site, and we are in the article with the topic of key management services client and activation and product keys. And in this article we can find out what is the key management services and how can we activate it and how can we install it. So I will show you that in this video. So first of all, to use key management services you need to have the key management services host available on your local network. So this is the first requirement to do it. So you need to remember that. Second of all, computers that activate with key management services host need to have a specific product key. This key is sometimes referred to as the key management services client key, but it is formally known as a Microsoft generic volume license key, which shortcut is GVLK. Computers that are running a volume licensing edition of Windows Server and Windows Client are by default key management services clients with no extra configuration needed as the relevant GVLK is already there. There are some scenarios where you will need to add the GVLK to the computer you wish to activate against the key management services cost, such as so here you have 3 points. The first point is converting a computer from using a multiple activation key, which is shortcut is MAC, the converting a retail license of Microsoft to KMS client, and the last one if the computer was previously a key management services host. And to use the GVLK is listed, you need a KMS host on your local network. If you don't have one, you can learn how to create this KMS host, so you can open that actually and you can find out. The key management services host requires its own key, known as key management services host key, to activate or authenticate with Microsoft. This key is available in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center for open values, select enterprise and select provider license agreements, and you can get help with this in the local Microsoft Activation Center. Now you have the caution. When you activate Windows or Windows Server with the key management services host, the key provided here are intended for the volume licensing scenarios and can be used with retail editions. Key management services client won't activate or serve as retail license key. If you installed a retail copy of Windows, you must use another activation method like MAC or by purchasing a genuine retail license. To learn more, you have to read these articles below. Now, how to install a product key. If you are converting a computer from key management services host, Mac or retail edition of Windows to key management services client, install the applicable product key from the list in this article. To install a client product key, open an administrative command prompt on a client and run a following command and then press enter. So first of all, you have to use slmgr. You have to do /ipk and then the product key. For example, to install the product key for Windows Server 2022 Data Center Edition, run following command and then press enter. As you can see, you have this command, and inside of this signs of so less than greater than, you have this you have to specify this key, but now without this, of course, signs, so only the key. So this is how it works. And now, in terms of generic volume license keys, in the tables that follows, you will find out the generic volume license keys for each version and edition of Windows. Long-term servicing channel is long-term servicing channel is long-term servicing channel, while TSB is long-term servicing branch. So this is basically I would say, what does this shortcut means? So we have some operating systems, so Windows 11 and so on. In that case, it is not really important for us. For us, what is important is Windows Server. So if you are using Windows Server, you have the keys right there. So you have for Windows Server 2025, for Standard, Data Center, and Data Center Azure Edition. You have the same thing for Windows Server 2022, for Windows Server 2019, and for Windows Server 2016. And now, you have even the Windows Server, the older versions, so 2004, 1909, and so on. You have these keys for Data Center and Standard Edition. But you have important note in this blue rectangle. So, Windows Server version 20H2 reached end of the service on August 9th, 2022 and is no longer receiving security updates. This includes the retirement of Windows Server semi-annual channel with no future releases. Customers using Windows Server Stack should move to Azure Stack HCI. Alternatively, customers might use long-term servicing channel on Windows Server. And here you have some additional keys of Windows Server versions. So as you can see, for example, Windows Server version 1803, you have these keys. For the other version, 2012, 2008, and so on. And now, that's basically all in terms of how to activate this KMS client. You can see, you have some other articles, so KMS management services, activation planning. So in that case, I will show you, maybe I will read you this thing, this first paragraph. So KMS uses a client server model to activate clients and is used for volume activation. KMS clients connect to a KMS server called the KMS host for activation. The KMS host must reside on your local network. So this is what is important. KMS hosts don't need to be dedicated servers, and KMS can be co-hosted with other services. You can run a KMS host on any physical or virtual system that is running a supported Windows server or virtual client operating system. A KMS host running on a Windows Server operating system can activate computers running both servers and clients operating system. However, a KMS host running on a Windows client operating system can only activate computers also running client operating system. And this is how it works. Here you have operational requirements, network requirements, for example. So if you are interested, you can actually read that. You have KMS host required updates and so on, so you have a lot of information. You have also the sites how to create a key management services key. So if you are interested, you can also do it. You have to use the command, so install and configure a KMS host. So you have to use the install Windows feature command with the name, and you have to use include management tools. You have to configure the Windows firewall. You have to use advanced volume activation tools wizard to configure the host, as you can see. And this is what you can do in that case. You can manually create the DNS records, for example. So you have the type, you have the service name, you have the protocol, priority waves, port number, and host name. And you have the part of replace a KMS host. So if you want to replace actually the KMS host, you have the whole article with the comments of how you can do it. So this is basically all the this is where you can find the information about key management services on Windows Server. As you can see, it applies to all Windows Server versions. So for example, 2025, 2022, 2019, 2016, and every single one. So this is the place where you can find the information about key management services. And what you can do with this, what you can do with them, basically you have to go into Microsoft documentation, and here you have this part. And that's all in this video. If you know where to find the information of how key management services works, you can leave a like, subscribe the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.